Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Throwback Thursdays. I'm your host today, Seth of course, and we're playing my all-time favorite game, Pokemon Red version. It's only a matter of time before I was going to pick up this game. Real quickly, gotta turn that text speed on fast. I'm just kidding. Anyways, so yeah, this was like one of the very first Game Boy games I had ever played. The story behind it is, I went up to New Jersey to visit my grandmother and my uncle, and he had basically bought the game. He played it, didn't really like it, so he gave it to me instead. Of course, I was probably like 3, 4, 5, I don't even remember how old I was, but I thought this was like the best game ever. You know what, I'll go with my name this time. Usually in games that I play, I don't like naming myself. I like to, you know, make up a name or something. Usually when I play in Red or Gold or whatever, I name my character, you know, after the actual main character, you know, like Red, Gold, Blue, or whatever game I'm playing. Or you know what? Go ahead and name my rival after our good friend, Mr. Jacoby. There we go. Jacoby. Awesome. So anyways, this is probably one of the only games that I was willing to replay multiple times. I have this thing where I really can't replay games because, you know, I already know the story and it kind of ruins it for me. This is probably the only game that I'll actually sit down and replay maybe 5 or 10 times and never get tired of it. You know, everyone has that one game. I mean, you know what? Down in the comments, go ahead and tell me what's one game that you're willing to replay multiple times. I know everyone has one. Trust me. Cyrus, I believe his game would be Majora's Mask. He's a big Zelda fan, but Majora's Mask is probably his favorite game. Jacoby likes to play Dota 2 a lot. Every time I log into Steam, that's what he's playing. So anyways, we try to run away from our mother, and the professor is now taking us into custody. They call CPS on us. No, I'm just kidding. I went to the wild grass. Obviously, I didn't have a Pokemon, so now he's like, okay. Hey, Seth, here. There's 3 Pokemon here. I want you to take one. Okay. I believe when I first started playing the game, the first Pokemon that I picked was Charmander, which is one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. Yes, I want Charmander. Alright, got the Charmander. Not gonna name. I don't know, for some reason I don't really feel like nicknaming Pokemon really does anything. I mean, not anything, but it doesn't really have any significant meaning to me. I don't know, I just felt like, you know, rather call Pokemon by its proper name. You feel me? But you know, I guess if you know you want to name your Charmander Flame Boy or Spicy Boy or whatever, I mean that's you, but that's not for me, unfortunately. Now, if you've never played a Pokemon game, I'm gonna tell you this: the rival is always gonna have the advantage over you. So in this case, Jacoby picked the water type Pokemon Squirrel, while I have the fire type, which is unfortunately weak to it. So we're gonna keep using Scratch. Hopefully we're gonna win. I don't think I've ever lost the first battle in a Pokemon game before. Like, if you lose the first battle, you might as well just take the game back to the store. It's not meant for you. Oh, you fool. Lower my defense, I'm gonna kill you. Oh, there we go. Getting 70 points, and we're up to level 6 already. We're getting closer to that Charizard, guys. And I picked the wrong Pokemon, of course. Okay. And Jacoby's just being Jacoby. Okay. Talk to the professor. I gotta raise my Pokemon by making it fight. Okay, thank you. Alright, and you never play a Pokemon game. Almost every single game that you'll play, the The third Pokemon will never be seen again, unfortunately. Oh, we're already at full health. Okay. So I guess the next step, which isn't really told, is to go to Viridian City and go to the Pokémon and pick up the parcel for the professor. A Rattata. Or Rattata, whatever you like to call it. It's just fodder Pokemon. You can go ahead and just take it out, gain some much needed experience. So also down in the comments, if you had played any of the first generation Pokemon games, whether it's Red, Blue, Green, or Fire Red and Leaf Green, go ahead and leave down in the comments what your starter Pokemon was. And if you beat the Elite Four, go ahead and put in the however many number of Pokemon that you used and their names and levels, I guess. If you can remember that. Yeah, so usually what I like to do is, right after I get my Pokemon, the first Pokemon, I like to go ahead and train up quite a bit. So usually, I'll get my Charmander up to level 9. After I catch a Pidgey, of course. And then I'll go fight Blue, I don't remember the route number, I'm sorry. Right outside the entrance to the Elite Four. And then I'll go ahead and make my way to Pewter City and fight Brock. Usually at that point, my Charmander will probably be about... My Charmander and Pidgey will probably be about level 14-ish. Give or take, and then my Charmander will evolve inside Mount Moon to Charmeleon. Now, when I get to Cerulean City, I'll go ahead and beat the rival, of course. Go through Nugget Bridge. Did I skip a couple parts? Oh, that was my old playthrough. I'm sorry. Before that, I'll go into the route before Mount Moon. I'll catch a Jigglypuff, so I can do the Mew glitch and catch Mew in Cerulean City. If you don't know how to do that, I would suggest looking it up. It's actually pretty interesting how they manipulate the game to allow you to catch Mew. So, besides that Mew thing, I'll go to Cerulean City, do Nugget Bridge, and I'll go ahead and catch an Abra. Now, Alakazam is a pretty cheap Pokemon in Generation 1, other than, you know, Tauros or Persian. So I'll go ahead and catch an Abra, train up to Kadabra, go do the Bill side quest, fight Misty, all that good stuff. Now that'll probably take me a good hour and a half to do all that, maybe 2 hours. Maybe that's being a little too generous. Yeah, usually I'll just go and fight all the trainers that I can, just level up my Pokemon, because I have a really bad habit of not grinding enough. Like, when I get to like the end games and like RPGs like this, I will like barely have enough like HP left over to beat the boss, or I'll like barely beat him. He'll like beat me with like in an inch of my life. I'll have like 1 HP. Like, yeah, I probably should have trained more. But you know, who doesn't really do that? I'd rather enjoy the game instead of spending hours upon hours of grinding the same enemies and whatnot. I mean, that's why I'm not really into RPGs, is because of that. Which is kind of an oxymoron in my case, because an RPG is my favorite game. Oh, it's Jacoby coming back. He has a request for me. Of course, it's a Pokédex, but it looks like a book. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Take these with you. Awesome. So, anyways, what was I gonna say? Yeah, so, have you guys seen the new trailer for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? In my personal opinion, I kind of knew that they weren't going to do Diamond and Pearl remakes for this generation. Because remember, if you look back on the DS, when they did Black and White, everyone expected them to do the Ruby and Sapphire remakes. But instead they did Black 2 and White 2. I'm probably thinking that Nintendo doesn't want to put another remake on a system that already has one. So we'll probably won't see a Diamond and Pearl remake until either a new DS comes out, or they'll probably put it on the Switch. But I highly doubt that they'll put it on the Switch. Anyways, I'm not too worried about the Diamond and Pearl remakes right now. Even though I like Generation 4 a lot, I think we can wait maybe a year, maybe 2 years for Diamond and Pearl remake at most. Maybe 3 or 4, but I'm not in a big rush to play them just yet. So anyways, we delivered the parcel, and I guess we can go ahead and buy some Pokeballs, I think. Oh, it's a Pidgey. Oh, he didn't give us any. Thanks, Professor Oak. Oh yeah. I want to knock this thing out. So again, going back to the grinding. Which, if I were to ever do a playthrough of this, you will just see me like running away from every single wild Pokemon just about. And just finding the trainers only. Barely scraping through the bosses and whatnot. Well, gym leaders, I guess, in this part. Alright, keep going. Ugh. Yeah, like I said, I mean, right now, I don't even feel like, you know, the need not to like stop playing. Like, I actually want to play for a couple hours, because that's how good this game is. Like, it's just so much nostalgia, I guess, for me. Like, you know, other games, you know, like I play like Fallout or even Mario Sunshine in this case. I mean, eventually, you know, there's a point where you play too much and you just don't really feel like playing anymore. I mean, that's not the case with this game. I mean, I just want to play now for like 15 hours straight. Right now, I'm recording this the day before I'm going on my trip, where I won't have any internet connection or anything, so I won't be able to upload. So I'm going to... I guess I'll be back by then, I'm not sure. See, this is why I don't like recording, peer recording stuff. But I have no idea when it's going to go out and stuff like that. Well, I should know when this goes out. This is Throwback Thursday. Oh, lucky find, a Pidgey. Go ahead and use scratch on it. Alright. Alright, use the item. And we'll throw a Pokeball at it. Am I gonna catch it? Of course. It's level 3 Pidgey. If I didn't catch my first Pokeball, I'm gonna end the video right there. I'm just gonna end it, guys. I gotta give it a nickname. Alright. So since this is a Throwback Thursday, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and just end it right there, you know, before I go on and eventually just beat the game in one sitting. Turn this video into a live stream. Just kidding. Anyway, so if you liked the video, go ahead and slap a like on it, leave a comment, and of course subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I will see you next week on Throwback Thursdays.